Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to learn about what is data, databases, SQL and SQL sublanguages. Now, before moving ahead to databases, we first need to understand the terminologies like data, table, data processing, data preparation, data mining, data redundancy. So let's start with what is data? Data is a collection of raw facts and figures that can be stored and processed to produce a meaningful information. For example, if I have written a student name, John Smith, temperature 25 degrees Celsius and order number #12345. If I remove this student name, temperature, order number, then the data is incomplete. So this was all about a data. Now, what is a table? A table is something which stores related information in a structured format. For example, here I have written employee ID, employee name. At employee ID 1, there is a name Himanshu, and at second, Shreyans, the third, Joy, and the fourth, John. Now, what this represents, each row represents one record item, means employee ID and employee name represents one rows, and that one column employee name represents one attribute or property of that record. Means if I'm having the employee name Himanshu, then I'm having the employee ID 1. If I want to write John, then the employee ID of the employee name is 4. Now, the data is converted into information and then into knowledge. Now, what is data preparation? Data preparation involves cleaning, organizing, and validating the data by removing errors, duplicates, and missing values. What is information? If we organize the given raw data into a complete context, then it becomes an information. If suppose I have written here, raw data has no meaning. For example, John, 22, New York, and savings account of $50,000. It means that John, a 22-year-old living in a New York City, having a bank balance of $50,000. Now this raw data is now converted into a complete context and converted into information. Let's go ahead and talk about what is database. Database is a collection of data organized for creating, reading, modifying, and updating the information efficiently. Now, why we use database instead of spreadsheets? If suppose we have given a millions of records in a database and we tell to organize it properly, so we can do it easily. The second reason is that faster speed. If we want to find something in from that database, we just need to write one query and then execute that query to get the required output. Now let's understand the concept of data redundancy. What is meant by data redundancy? It is the unnecessary duplication of the same data in multiple places within a database or a storage system. Here I have taken an example of a banking database. If I am having an account number, customer name, phone number, and balance. Now I am having three different account numbers as three same customer names, phone numbers, and a different bank balance. Here, the customer name and phone numbers are stored repeatedly for every account number. See, here account numbers are different, but the customer name and the phone numbers are different. Phone numbers are same and balance is different. Now, here customer phone numbers are stored. So this is called the data redundancy. Before before management system, there was a that there was a traditional file system. Before DBMS, we have a traditional file system. What is meant by traditional file system? Before the DBMS arrived, we always store data in form of files. For example, student.txt, customer.txt, anything with the name with the file extension .txt or XML files. Now, what problems does it come with the file system? It is data redundancy, means the same means the now what are the problems with the file system? It means that a data redundancy. Same data can be repeated, inconsistency, different values in files, no security, anyone can access, no backup. There is a high risk of data loss, hard to maintain, manual updates. If suppose I am a student and I want to maintain these files, and now if I want to make changes in that file, now I will first change the original file, then I will update all that values in the another 4 files or 5 files we are having. And also no relationship means cannot link tables. We cannot link tables with that files. Now, what is DBMS? DBMS means database management system or software that helps user to create, read, modify, and delete the data. Now, what is SQL? SQL is a language used to communicate with relational databases. It is used to create data, read data, update data, delete data, control access, manage transactions. And the first for create, read, update, and delete, collectively known as the CRUD operations. There are two types of databases. The first is relational databases, which which are organized and can be more than one table and uniquely identifies rows. For example, SQL and PostgreSQL. The second one is the non-relational databases, organized but not in form of tables. Key values stores documents, graphs, etc. Example, NoSQL. So thank you everyone for this.